I don't know what's going on, but these servers are beyond destroyed. I've never seen them this bad, honestly, and that's saying something. So we're going to talk about that today and what the possible causes for that are. I just got a disconnect in Weekend League a matter of minutes ago. I was actually going to try and finish champs before I ended up finishing the recording so I can get the rewards for y'all. But it ended up being in tomorrow's video. I was 10-0, DC 10-1. Oops, sorry. That game went to the ether. I'm never getting it back, and I got an L before the ball even kicked off. I'm on the console as well because I also wanted to say that Sissoko and Loftus-Cheek are literally Shaq and Kobe in the midfield. These two are insane. But also, the hashtag EA boycott seems to be starting to unite most of the community, which is really awesome to see. Because yesterday, I'm not going to lie, I lost a lot of faith, and I still did in some people, but the majority really seem like they're hopping on. So I think it's a nice positive change to see. We can talk about positivity for once. It's been a while since we were able to talk about positivity, perhaps. God knows when we're talking about FC 24, not a lot of positive things to say a lot of the time. And in case you're new around here, we had a lot of new subs recently. I do try to be objective as much as I possibly can about the game. It just seems like recently I've been more of a complainer because there has been quite a bit to complain about. I'm just always going to give my thoughts on the game, and if I'm not feeling something, then I'm going to say I'm not feeling something. So if you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. The link is in the description. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. Also uploaded a video on my second channel talking about the EA adding ads into their AAA titles. So, okay, self-promotion over. If you want to go watch that, you sure can. Alexander Lacazette came out today. FC 24 is still going on. I know it doesn't seem like it because nobody wants to play this shit anymore, but first touch, power shot, and ping pass. Okay, ping pass is getting more and more useful for me as time goes on because I'm noticing that intercept plus, the more cards get intercept plus, it's getting harder to pass through the midfield a lot of the time, which already you guys know how hard it was before that because there were 19 players in midfield, and that's not an exaggeration, I don't think. 9 on each team just jamming the midfield, and now it's even harder to get incisive passes through. So pinged pass, like anything to up the velocity of passes, seems to me like that's a really good idea now. Anyway, he looks fine. You know, he is pretty expensive too. 5 squads, 87, 87, 90, 88, and 90. Yeah, I don't know if I really am loving that one, but if you've used him and he is like worth that price, or you think he is, then let me know. And I'm gonna say something positive again. We got an increase in the player picks. 82 plus player pick, guys. I am very happy to see this. You didn't get the 80 plus, not the 81 plus. We got a boost. It's an 82 plus, and it doesn't even cost all 11 golds. So hey, that's a positive. Love to see that. 84 plus picks still suck. There were 83 plus before. Another one of 3 84 plus. I did one of them, got 3 84s and said, not doing that again. But okay, let's talk about the news now and more stuff regarding the drama that's been going on recently. First of all, though, if you are on FUT at all, you're probably well aware there are server issues right now. Anytime you're literally logging into anything, it takes longer or you just can't load something. If you're grinding menus right now, grinding player picks, there's going to be a time where like you get kicked out of Ultimate Team or you're stuck on a loading screen for 2 minutes every 10 minutes. Like it's virtually impossible to have a seamless experience right now playing this, which is insane. If you've not played champs yet, I mean, there's no good time it seems like to play. You just have to like hope for the best unless they get fixed tomorrow. This guy's got -1 matches remaining. I mean, I can't lie, I've seen a lot of shit. That might be the first time I've ever seen that. Dunans and Dragons, who is the what's his title again, lead live operations producer for eafc, you know, he tweeted out on the May 4th and there was other server issues. I think it was it last weekend or 2 weekends ago? What's this, 9 days ago? It was last weekend. He said log out, log back in, turn your console off, whatever, and you should be fixed. They have been shit ever since. I don't know if they were fixed for a day or two or something. They might have been. Might have been a time in there where they were fixed, but they are back to absolutely dog shit again. And the reason for this is just speculation. I saw in the Penthez, I think, was talking about this earlier. He said that there's an Apex tournament going on right now, and Apex's servers have been terrible for the last week. So there's something going on here with all of EA's servers and not just necessarily the FIFA servers. If you go to the Apex Legends like replies, a lot of people are talking about the servers being bad right now, tweeting at EA and stuff like that, talking about how bad the servers are. Yeah, radio silence from EA's part on this. But anyway, okay, so now getting back into, you know, a lot of the drama going on recently, it seems like we're starting to get more of an actual basis for some kind of movement going on. It seems like people are starting to kind of come around to the fact that we're probably not going to get people to just stop playing the game overnight. Content creators just stop playing the game overnight is probably not going to happen. What we can do, though, is start to say no more FIFA points, no more microtransactions at all. And that is just somewhere we can start, right? And FUT Scoreboard here was a leaker, actually. He said, starting from today, we will stop posting new store pack images. If for some reason you are still interested in this feature, I like for if for some reason, you can find it on the FUT Scoreboard app. So you should tweet out every new pack that came out in terms of like new store packs, new lightning rounds, whatever. He will not tweet those out anymore. Ozio released a 30-minute video talking about the current state of the game. And he kind of just said everything he had complaints about the game with, and also that he's not going to do any more videos regarding share play store packs, which is a huge thing for him. That's a huge like monetary hit for him, I would assume. Now obviously he can make other content, because obviously he did have to do that, right? And Ozio is kind of known to be somebody who doesn't really speak out about the game very much, and he goes into about how terrible the gameplay is. Like even he was kind of going off. Like there really is, we're starting to actually get a little bit of movement regarding what we can genuinely fix and a more realistic chance here. There's a long discussion today between Nick, two Nicks, Nick 28T, Run the FUT Market, and Nepenthes today, talking about what we can do to fix it. He's saying we must boycott promo packs and FC points. You know, if we genuinely want to actually see a change with this game, we do also have to put in our effort as well here, where we need to not buy FC points. We can't just talk about it and, you know, it sounds like a nice thing to do, but we actually have to not buy them anymore. I know most of my community is not really the ones that are buying them, but we need to spread the word around that we are not buying FC points anymore. FC 25 is coming out in whatever it is, like, you know, 4 months from now. Do not buy points. If you want to see change, we don't want to buy points. And maybe the next game comes out and it's actually great, and the chances of that are me landing Ariana Grande and Margot Robbie on the same night. It's possible, theoretically possible. It's not likely, so let's not count on it, but maybe it is good, and then it might be worth our money. You know, there is a 0.00087 chance that it is actually worth the money of microtransactions, but for now, we need to do our part now and not watch store pack content either. I never have, but if you're a person who watches store pack content, a lot of share plays, stuff like that, in terms of not SBC share plays, but store pack share plays at all, we need to now stop doing that. And I don't think it's going to be hard for us. We just have to make sure we're putting in our effort as well here. So yeah, also, Bateson, this was said on the Nepenthes, Nick 28T, and Run the FUT Market stream, that Bateson has told EA himself about the protest, about all of the issues going on right now. So EA is aware of what's going on. Will anything happen? Obviously, we have no idea. And also, AJ3 has also said in, I think it was in the Twitch chat of that stream this morning, he asked them, do you really think I've never said these kinds of things to them before? Saying like, hey, I've said things to their face that they just completely ignore. AA9 Skills in the past has said the same thing. He's actually not in the creator network anymore because I just didn't listen to him anymore. And I think the same thing with Matt HD Gamer as well. They just straight up left because they did not listen to anything they ever said. And that's really the tough thing right now, is that the creators who are associated in one way or another with EA kind of get this label on them right now where it's like they're an EA shill, they're this, they're that. But if the majority of them are giving criticism, and you know, the EA employees or the people working on the creator network are being like, yeah, we want to hear your feedback, we'll let them know, we want to make changes, and then nothing ever happens, it's like, okay, if you want to be generous to people who are on the creator network, some of them maybe thought, well, I can actually maybe make a change here. Realistically, I want to actually give my feedback and perhaps make a change about things, and it just never happens. So if you want to be generous, you know, there is in one sense a way to kind of feel for those people. Of course, me personally, I'm not going to go associate with EA at all, just because of the fact that I don't agree with any of their practices. So that's like where the difference is for me. But I want people to understand that this is not an issue that the community should have to deal with internally. Almost all of these issues stem from the company that makes the game itself, that runs this creator network, is EA. And I think people are realizing that the more we fight amongst ourselves, the more we are just completely ignoring the actual problem at hand here. And you're never going to get 100% of people to agree with you on anything at all. It just isn't possible. So say there's a creator out there or whoever that's still, you know, kind of along the lines of, I think the game is okay, I'm not gonna really be with any boycotts or anything like that. Don't go and single them out and go fucking send them hate. Like, just be aware of that choice they made and then do with that what you will. Let's focus on the majority of people, like the vast majority that want change. The hashtag boycott EA keeps trending on Twitter, and I think that that's a good thing. I think if we keep, you know, a certain hashtag, and if the hashtag seems to be boycott EA right now, right, let's just keep tweeting shit and see what happens. If nothing happens, then okay, whatever. We go from there, we try something else, but we might as well try. Hashtag boycott EA has been trending for like a day now. EA know about it. if it continues to trend and it's on trending daily, it'll probably get picked up by some news article somewhere, some gamer article somewhere. Then it'll get more traction. I don't know what I'm seeing right now on my screen, but yeah, the boycott EA movement, get your tweets in, okay? Get your tweets in. Just start fucking sending shit. Let's see what happens. I know a stupid hashtag you're gonna say, oh, what's that gonna do? But it's like, if we don't try something, we will never know what the hell we'll do, and we'll just end up with a shit game continuously. Something small to start with. Fuck it. Hashtag boycott EA. It's in the title. It's all over Twitter. Keep spreading it. I think everybody is finished. That clip's actually hilarious, by the way. I think everybody is finished with with the way that this shite has been going for the last fucking 7 years. And just remember, EA went in front of Congress and described FIFA packs as surprise mechanics that are ethical and compared them to Kinder Eggs. This game is Peggy 3, aka 3 years old and above can play this game, despite the fact that this game is catered towards creating gambling addicts. Let's just never forget that statement right there. Let's read your guys' comments now. Christian Vanden Bosch says, hey Alex, in Belgium, which by the way is my name, if you guys don't know, my name is Alex. In Belgium, you can't buy FIFA points because of the gambling problem with it, so it's just a matter of time that no one can buy points. And this is also a thing as well. There is a chance that this shit just gets banned one day. I think my voice is cracked, but like, there are so many things that we could potentially do here that if we don't try something, spread our legs wide open and let them fuck us, like, we're gonna do nothing. We might as well start trying shit. David Daniel, a roundtable discussion with JFC as moderator. That'd be pretty fun. Mike Oze says, imagine giving me hate for playing a game that I bought. Did you buy it for me? LOL. And there is some truth to that. You know, if you're having fun with the game, like, go ahead and play it. I don't think that was ever really even the goal in the first place, to get people to just stop playing the game altogether. It was one that Nick tried to do with creators for them to stop doing it. Yeah, I mean, you're never gonna get people to just stop playing the game. Like, that'll never happen to any game, basically. Alan, FIFA points ban is the way forward. There's definitely some movement on that from content creators. I would be, you know, I'd be the first person to push that movement. I'll tell you that much. Ghost JJJ says, what's worse than the EA is the community. They're beyond toxic. Nick's community is among the worst. And a couple things. One, I do think our toxic community, it does exist. Like, it definitely does. But once again, a lot of that stems from the source of all of this, and that is EA themselves. People have to take blame. We need to be less toxic as a community. Hands down, not even close. But a lot of where this stems from is just EA themselves, right? We have a game that you back out when it's 0-0, 1-1, 5-5. The person quits and you get a draw. You know, things like that. That is literally a thing that EA could easily fix and make things less toxic. And also, you know, people were saying that I was like glazing the shit out of Nick. I was doing tricks on it, perhaps. I was riding it. And I think Nick's a great dude, and Nick's community can be toxic. It definitely can be. I feel like, you know, I used to watch him like before I started YouTube. Nick's a good dude, and what the hell is even like the point of talking about this? This has nothing to do with us trying to make a change right now. People can also change, believe it or not. Somebody can be toxic before and then not be toxic anymore. That can also happen as well. A lot of times, once someone gets one label, they're stuck with that label for the rest of eternity. It's like, we want to promote growth and change, perhaps. If we don't do that, then what the hell are we doing? That goes to content creators. It goes to like anybody, any viewer, any random viewer is being toxic. People can change, believe it or not. I'm not saying you're saying they can't do that. I am just like saying as a collective here, speaking in very general and broad sense, that we need to promote change. If you bought FIFA points yesterday, bro, that's okay. Just stop doing it now. Like, don't go and demonize anybody that used to buy FIFA points or whatever. Ozio stop not doing share plays anymore with FIFA point stuff. That's great. Who cares if you used to do it before? We're trying to make a change now. Like, we have to look forward here and not give a fuck about what used to happen. And also, you know, we get majority really positive comments around here, and I don't want to be that one YouTuber that just picks out a negative comment, reads it, and starts getting mad at chat, because that shit's really annoying. So I see your nice comments, and I love all of them. I appreciate, like, I read every comment. I appreciate you guys so much. So when I read a negative comment, it's more just for like the entertainment purposes, like to just bring another perspective into this. There's a couple comments I got. You know, Jay Stern Show says, but you're selling coins so you can make money. Don't buy points, but use my code so I get money. And I saw like 2 or 3 comments like this. I want to address that. For one, I don't know if you guys know this. If you use my code, I don't get a cent from that. I think bigger creators maybe will get commission from people using their code. I don't myself. If 1 million people use my code tomorrow, if 0 use my code, I would get paid the exact same regardless. And maybe I should say this more often. If you're buying coins to go and spend it on the store, yeah, I don't know what to say. You're doing it wrong. The point of buying coins is to then not have to go to the store and then just buy the players you want to buy. That's the whole point of it. If someone out there is buying coins to then then go spend it in the promo pack section, I don't know what to tell you. You are doing it entirely wrong. The whole point of buying coins so you don't have to do that. So I wanted to like address that as well. Yeah, I think it's gonna be all I'm gonna say. Weekend League rewards tomorrow, I think. If that's like a DC to trillion times again. Well, I guess the Weekend League ends tomorrow, doesn't it? So I have to have it for then. But yeah, anyway, I want to say I love you. Thank you for being here to support. It's been crazy. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.